guys, so today I'm doing a Q&A because I've never done a Q&A before and I don't know how these things work. So I'm just going to, I have like 5 tweets from people, so I'm just going to read them out. Our first question is from Sirena. She basically like questioned me like 5 times basically with this question. So her first question is, what is your most anticipated book that comes out later this year? That's a hard one, actually, because I have a lot of anticipated books that I can't wait for. One of them, well, can it count for next year? Because I'm very much anticipating Zenith by Sasha Albsberg and Lindsay Cummings, and Sasha is from A Book Utopia, and I just want to read her book. That's kind of later this year, kind of. Another one is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, and it's Kale's story. You already know my feelings on the cover, but I'm very much anticipating that because it's kind of like the next Throne of Glass book in a way, but it's not, and I'm all for Sarah J. Maas. Anyway, her next question is favorite Blackthorn. You know this answer, Sirena. I've talked about it a few times, but my favorite Blackthorn is Ty, and he's my precious son, and I love him. That's all I'm going to say. Her next question is, what's your favorite pizza topping? Cheese, I think. I don't really eat pizza a lot. I would go probably cheese or sausage. It depends on the place though. I don't really eat a lot of pizza, and when I do eat pizza, I have to like the sausage pizza, or else I get heartburn. It's really bad. That was a little too much information, but it kind of just is there. Her next question is, when am I going to read your book? Well, funny story about that. When it's done, I think, because it's not done at this point. I've talked about this in a few of my writing videos. I am editing it right now, but I need to finish my edits and put them into my computer, which is going to take a while. And then I need to go through a second round of edits, and then I need to, yeah. So I'm going to say when it's done, because I don't know when I'm going to be done. But I promise you're going to be one of the first people to read it. I promise. Her next question. These all are almost from Sirena except for one. One of them, this one question is, would you choose Ty over me? That's kind of a hard question. Actually, it's not a hard question, I promise. I would choose you over Ty in a heartbeat, Sirena. I mean, I love Ty to death. He's my precious child. I've said this already. But I would choose you over him because I've known you before him first, if that makes any sense. And the last question is from Abby Ornette. She's actually from tulipswift 13, I think that's what her name is. If not, it's just tulipswift. She's become like my music buddy in a way on Twitter, and we've kind of like been sort of friends. Her questions are like, it's like 3-parted, so I'm going to answer them separately. The first one is, what are your favorite songs from After Laughter? And I've done a review of this album, and my favorite song, like absolute favorite song, is Rose Colored Boy. Like, I love it so much. It's so cynical, but it's so upbeat. I love it. Another one of my favorite songs I would have to say is Fake Happy, because like we've all felt like we're at some point in our lives pretending to be happy about something when it doesn't really happen. So like I feel like that describes like me most of my life. Another one would have to be Pool. It's like a romancy type song, and I love it. And my last one would probably Idol Worship, because it's like her screaming into the void of, why do you expect me to be like this? I don't understand. Yeah, I have a lot of feelings on that song. Her second question is, what are you studying? And I don't know if she knows this, but I've talked about this before. I'm an English major with a history minor. I just added my history minor last semester, and I'm going to be working on my history minor next spring, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be studying abroad next spring somewhere that has a lot of history, so that way I am like more like into it. I want to study abroad. I want to go to Scotland. I want to go to Australia, somewhere foreign or abroad, and I want to have fun and learn history, and yeah. And her last question, I think this is the last question that we have for today, is, what is your Patronus? I don't remember my Patronus. I should really look that up. I don't really know my Patronus though. I know my Hogwarts house. I just don't know my Patronus. My Patronus. I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so I just took my quiz, basically, for my Patronus, and it said it was a vole. I don't know what that is, but it's like a mouse, sort of, I think. I don't know. And, yeah, that's the answer to your question, Abby. And I'll link you down. I'll link the people who ask questions down below because I know who they are and I know their YouTube links. So, yeah. That was my first ever Q&A that I've ever done that people actually responded to. So, my name's Olivia, you're on Bookish Brookish, my channel. I hope to see you soon with another video. Bye!